Hey everyone, you're about to watch the founder of Cafe X. His name is Henry Hu and he's got an amazing story. If you want to be one of the entrepreneurs learning here at Draper University, just like the people you see in the audience, make sure you apply today at DraperUniversity.com. Hope you enjoy the video.
Back to when you started Cafe X, you had your MVP, you tried to pitch to investors. Talk to us, who were the first investors you spoke to? Were they angels, VCs, that whole experience? Because a lot of the batch here will be raising money within the next 6 months to a year. And I think they would benefit a lot from knowing that experience from your end.
Yeah. So we initially just first I sold my car in college and had a little bit of money to buy a coffee machine and a robot arm. And then we were able to get a little bit of money from friends and family in Hong Kong. So that we used that to build our first prototype. When we actually started to raise serious money, our first investor, or professional investor, it was Jason Calacanis. So I know Jason because I used to I still do, because I listen to his podcast. So other than Jason, I didn't know anyone.
How'd you reach out to him?
Yeah, so he actually has an episode that talks about how to reach out to investors.
You actually followed that and it worked?
Yes.
Good.
I was like, okay, just follow it. The other, obviously, in addition to following it, you actually need a working product or something that is well designed. And so in the email, I basically included a link to a YouTube video that showed our first prototype working in Hong Kong. And I got this quick response from him that was an automated response. It says, this email gets hundreds of emails a day. Don't expect a response. And then a few minutes later, a response comes, and it's is this a joke? I think he thought it was an animation or something.
Wow.
Yeah, but I obviously explained to him it's not. And then met him in San Francisco, and then joined his incubator. And after we did the launch incubator, actually now it's called Launch Accelerator, but after we did that, he had a conference called Launch Festival, and Chamath from Social Capital was there speaking, and he got to try out the product because we had 2 machines there demoing. So basically, after the incubator, after the conference, Chamath is I want to invest. So he invested, and then Khosla Ventures came in as well. So that was our seed round, which was around $3.5 million. And then other investors as well. And then a few months ago, we closed our Series A. And our new lead investor is Craft Ventures, so David Sachs's new firm. Or it's not really new anymore, but so that was really nice. And David and Jason are now on our board. So to date, we've raised about $14 million, and we're going to do our Series A in 6 to 8 months. Series B, in 6 to 8 months.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I would love to show you around. There's tons of venture funds here that we've talked about, and I think there might be some interest there. In terms of the people that said no, why were they saying no? How many people did you pitch to? What was the biggest, challenge there when they kept saying no? Why no, and then why yes?
I think the main reason for no is we're not really a normal tech company. We have this giant machine that we build. There's hardware, which is boo. There's real estate. You work basically dealing with the real world. So doing real estate deals, dealing with regulations, boo, for VCs. So we basically check a lot of the boxes for things that VCs traditionally don't like. So that's a main reason, for why it's difficult. I think too is now I've kind of learned this. So we've been we've been changing things around a bit. But initially, I was just like I think maybe a little too scrappy. Like I didn't think it was that important to try to hire experienced and expensive like executives early on. I was just like, we'll just get it done and hack it together and then prove something and raise money. And obviously that is not the case. So we now have a COO, Cynthia, who's just like amazing and has been extremely helpful. And then we also hired a director of hardware who came from Tesla, actually. So that basically we're just like bringing in all these people with a lot of experience on the team, and that's not only improved the product a lot, but also helped us with raising money.